Hey, happy Friday, guys. So I am starting my vacation. Woohoo! I'm leaving work now. Um, Hope everybody's had a good Friday. So I did a vlog yesterday. I have to stop losing footage. So I did a vlog yesterday and was talking about some things, and I lost the footage. Kind of glad that I lost the footage because there was something I wanted to talk about. Okay, just a moment. What I wanted to mention was I've tried out some. I think these items are new, but if if they aren't, please let me know in the comments section. So hey, it's C Eats. Happy Friday. I want to encourage you to subscribe, like, share, and comment. Been enjoying the comments that I've been receiving, and the subscribers. Thank you so much for taking the time out to watch and to subscribe. I really appreciate it. But what I wanted to talk about was, and then click the notification bell. I very rarely say that. Anyway, what I want to talk about were these two items that I tried out. So yesterday I was eating lunch with a couple of coworkers, and one of the coworkers treated. Thank you very much. And we were at Wendy's, and I was just going to purchase some fries because I had Wendy's not previously, and so I didn't feel in the mood of hamburgers. I did look at their bacon fries or something like that. I think they call bacon chili fries, not chili, bacon something fries. And matter of fact, it's on one of my my Wendy's mukbang, and I really didn't care for those too much. I had like a weird experience there, and it was just, the whole thing was kind of jacked up. But anyway, while we're standing online, talking to one of the coworkers, and she asked me what was I going to get, and I said probably just some fries. We had Wendy's not too long ago, so I'm not really up for a burger. But one of the things that we had was a biggie some days before, was the biggie bag, and so that is pretty good. So if you got like $4 or $5 and you're hungry, you're at Wendy's, try the biggie bag. They have a burger. I forget what it's called. I want to say it's a double stack, but I might be wrong. And you get 2 meat patties, cheese, bacon, and they put everything on it. But me, I'm always modifying things, and so oh darn it, got the red light. Ooh, and I'm sticking out here. See if I can go back a little bit. Just a little bit. Okay. So I had what I wanted on there, and it was pretty good. You get the burger, you get chicken nuggets, you get fries, and a drink, and it's $5, I believe. Yeah, the biggie bag for $5. But what I really wanted to talk about was the bacon jalapeno fries. So my friend pointed that out because she knows I like jalapenos. So I ordered that. I got that and got a strawberry lemonade. I love their strawberry lemonade. And it comes in this little container. Kind of reminds me of Taco Bell. And with a little cover on top of it, and it's and it was hot. It was hot, and they had some kind of sauce on there. It kind of looked orangey. I thought it was cheese. It is some type of cheese, like a spicy cheese. And they had, the bacon was on there. So it's that sauce. I'll call it sauce. the sauce, the fries, and the bacon. And it was hot. And it was spicy. Oh, and the jalapenos. And it was spicy and it was good. So check it out. It was really good. Another item that I tried today, and I didn't have enough time to do a mukbang. I was trying to get a lot of stuff out of the way and done before I go on vacation. Anyway, was the spicy chicken sandwich at Popeyes and the fried Oreos. So, I did eat. I bought the 4. You can buy 2 and 4 of the fried Oreos. I bought the spicy chicken sandwich combo, and that was really good. I've heard some people talk about it, how the sandwich was better than Chick-fil-A. I'm not sure if I can say it's better, but it was like really, really crunchy. It was a lot. It's a big sandwich. You get pickles on it, and they also got some kind of sauce on there that was like the chicken, the spicy. I got the spicy chicken. You get the spicy or just original. The spice from the chicken, I think, kind of out spiced, I'll say, because I can't think of the word. The sauce, if the sauce is supposed to be spicy, I'm not really sure. So check out those items because they're pretty good. The fried Oreos, the spicy chicken sandwich, or you can get the original chicken sandwich. I'm quite sure that's just as good. And the jalapeno bacon fries at Wendy's. So sometime in the future, I'm not sure if these items are limited, but I will try to do a mukbang on these items that I talked about. Matter of fact, because I still have the Oreos with me and the chicken sandwich. The chicken sandwich is cold, so I'm not gonna try to attempt to eat that. So hold on a second. I'm gonna reach over and try to grab the Oreos, and it is really like everybody. It's like everybody is going home or going somewhere at the same time. And I guess, you know what, because now that I remember, normally Monday through Thursday, I'm usually on the interstate later on in the day, in the evening rather, because I stay back to do some form of exercise. But today, so this is what it looks like, and you probably can see the piece of the Oreo, or where did the camera go? There you go. Yeah, you see the cookie, the Oreo cookie. I'm trying to get in front of this person, but I don't want to. So I will take a bite in a few moments and let you guys. Now, they weren't warm, but they were, I didn't know how they would have. I'm quite sure I'm guessing that they keep them under a light, but what's this person getting ready to do? Okay, so they moved over in the other lane. I'm getting ready to move over. I got one more lane to move over, so I'm gonna. I'm gonna need to hear a crunch. I gotta invest in a microphone. Oh, you gotta excuse my hand. This is pretty good. The way some people drive, I don't understand it. So, there's a batter on top of the Oreo cookie. And it's crunchy. And it tastes pretty good. Oh my goodness. This is the area that's really intense. No. I shared one with a coworker. I think this is my second one. So I should have two more. I think that I could probably share if anybody wants some at home. Let me see if I've got two. Uh-oh, only feel one. Not unless one fell out in the bag. I'm not really sure. I have to do a mental inventory. Oh, so wait a minute. I gave one. 813. Okay, yeah. So, might as well show you guys since you're on here. And here goes the last one. So this is the fried Oreos that you get from Popeyes. They also had a pecan pie that was really it looked good. I forgot to ask my coworker how it was, so she ordered the pecan pie. I ordered the Oreos. So there you go. Nice and crunchy. So I understand, or I was under the impression that Twinkies, you can get fried Twinkies too. Now I heard people talk about getting Twinkies at like a fair or something like that. Fried Twinkies, I mean. Oh. Here we go. So you can see the cookie. So, I am on my vacation starts Monday. I am so excited because I don't have to wake up at a certain time. I will have to wake up at a certain time now that I think about it. Got some things that I'm trying to get done while I'm on vacation. But it won't be like a Monday through Friday, as far as I know. It won't be a Monday through Friday thing where, I have to get to work and get on the road by a certain time. So I have a staycation, be helping out my parents if they need any help. Um, like I said, trying to get some personal stuff done, and that's it. So one of the things that I talked about yesterday was being in another country. So when I was in the military, myself and my ex-husband we were what they call in term dual military, meaning both of us were active duty soldiers, and we had the same job in the military, which was, I think I mentioned that in one of my prior videos. And so we were lucky enough to get a station at the same duty station. There are a lot of couples that we ran into, my ex-husband talked to, where they were, one spouse was in some area. Matter of fact, I think my ex-husband knew somebody that was stationed. The husband was stationed where we were stationed, but the wife was stationed in another part of Germany. And it was far. It wasn't, like he could travel there and see his spouse every day. It was quite a distance. And so I can't remember how many military posts they had in Germany, but there were, quite a few, and Germany's quite large. So we were in the southern part, from what I understand, of Germany, and we were near France. Some people said up to a certain part, they said we were a half hour. I'm not really sure. We never traveled it while we were there. But back to the language. So when we got there, we learned about how to count the money and the conversion from dollars to pfennig, and how to speak German. And I was mentioning in the lost footage that if you at least made an effort to speak German, that the local people would speak English. And because that's a requirement in school for them, is to learn English. And so I think United States is the only country where the people who are, from the United States, well, I shouldn't say that, but yeah, I should. In our school systems, you aren't required. Well, it is a requirement, but these people speak fluent English. You may run into some that may not know how to say some words in English, and through my experience, a lot of them could speak really good English. And school is a year-round, I shouldn't call it an affair, a thing or whatever. They go to school year-round. Now, if that has changed since I was there, it could be, maybe not. And from what I understand, they were trying to do the same thing here in the States. But yeah, if you at least make an attempt There were, so I want to say it was a couple of weeks, or it might have been a month or something like that, where we learned different things about Germany, and also the language. And we got tested on it. We had someone, a German uh, instructor, language instructor, that came in and taught us. And we did like the I guess the like hi and how are you doing, and the office is closed, and you learn how to ask how much something costs. I can't remember how to say that, but it was like basic things that we learned in there, and it did help for when you went out on what they call on the economy, out there in the local places, and um, ordering drinks and food, or asking for directions and things of that nature. You can kind of do that. And so there was a time when, okay, so after a while, I stayed in the military for a while, then got out because it was beginning to be too much with me having two young, especially when I got out after my first son was born. He was premature. He was susceptible to a lot of things, like such as colds, and he got sick a lot. And so I got out and then started working for the Department of Defense. And the job I had, they sent us to another part of Germany, which was near Holland. And so we're out there, and we're learning about that part of Germany, and performing our job out there. And it's an accident over here. Performing our job, and we were out there, and they would have a sale, and it was a really good sale, because I remember buying something. I bought some stuff for my son, some clothing, I think a coat. I bought him, some clothing items, probably, and some shoes. I remember buying my ex-husband a really nice leather jacket that at that time, the dollar amount of that jacket, it was heavy, it had lining in it, and I want to say it was a little over $100. And for a man's jacket, leather jacket, that was pretty good. So this was on our time off. We worked Monday through Friday out in that area, and a certain amount of hours, and then some of the people would take us around and show us around, or just tell us, if you go here, you can get something to eat, or you can get something to drink, or whatever. And we did that. So it's a good experience. A lot of people will tell you now that going in the military isn't a good thing, and I would not like to see my sons go off to war, go in the military and go off to war. But at that particular time, there wasn't a war going on, although there were some bombing, a lot of bombings going on, and that was my reservation at that time for being in Germany and going to Germany, because there were some planes that were blowing up mid-air. There were some that, a lot of things were going on then. And so I really didn't want to go. You can, when you get a particular duty station, I think I was going to say you can turn it down if you can find something else. They might give you something else. It's something really, really difficult to navigate through. Um, but we had to go to Germany and do our time. But it wasn't. Um, when you're in another country, you learn to um, appreciate the states, and so I appreciated the United States. I still do. I think about some of the things, and another thing I was mentioning is that Germany is cutting edge. Not just Germany, Europe. When they're cutting edge. They had some things that they were using then that they weren't, they weren't in New York and some of the other states that we were stationed in. Now, I was only stationed in South Carolina, Texas, Louisiana, and stationed in Hawaii. And those places did not have the traffic light cameras. I was in Germany, the late 80s through the 90s. They had the cameras. And the reason why I know is because when I was giving birth, my ex-husband got a coworker or someone to drive my car from my workplace, because I worked up until I went into labor, and I went into labor at work. So my ex-husband came and got me, took me to the hospital, and my car was still at the workplace. And so he got somebody to come and get my car and bring it home while I was in the hospital. So that person must have been speeding, because when I got out of the hospital, my ex-husband was fussing at me about speeding and getting a ticket, and it came to his company, his unit. And so I was like, well, I wasn't, I was in the hospital then. Were you driving my car? And he said, no, I had somebody use your car, drive it back to the house for me. So I was like, okay. So anyway, and it took a good picture too. And so in that picture, they could tell that it wasn't me, and and it was my ex-husband's coworker, or whoever he got to. I can't remember. He told me that. I can't remember. We got to drive the car. But anyway, so they have cutting edge things, and so in Europe and are using some things. I'm quite sure they are using some things right now that we here in the States are not using, and probably won't be using until years later. So like now, I know they have traffic light cameras here now. They have them in Georgia, but I'm not sure when they were implemented. But it was implemented much later than they had them in Germany. So there's as in being anywhere, there are pros and cons of being in another country. But when you are if you're born and raised in the United States and you go to another country, the United States is not the best country, but it is. I really appreciate it. So some of the amenities and things of that nature that we take for granted and enjoy over here, some of them are not. Like I said, Germany was cutting edge, but there were some other things that they just they look at us as wasteful in the United States. That was another thing I wanted to talk about, was being in a hospital. My oldest son was born in a German hospital, because I had to have an emergency cesarean. And so there they have a separate hospital for children and one for adults. And so when he was born, I stayed at the adult hospital, but he was taken to what they call a kinder clinic. Kinder means child. So yeah, he was at the kinder clinic, and after giving birth about I want to say a couple of days or so, they let me go and see my son. And so he was really, really tiny. Like I said, he was premature, emergency birth, because he probably didn't have any room. He was very long. I should have known he was going to be tall. And, his dad is tall. And some people in my family are tall. I'm considered tall as a female anyway, but so I guess it's only natural that he was going to be tall. And his brother, and my other son is tall, but not as tall as my oldest one. But anyway, he probably didn't have enough room, and then I had a lot of stress going on. Check out the vlog I did that's titled "I Thought I Told You," and so I talk about being in the military and being pregnant and things of that nature. So guys, I really appreciate you staying with me on this ride. I'm kind of inching along, and I'm inching along, and it's a Friday evening, and I forgot Friday evenings. There are some Friday evenings where it's just ridiculous. It's like everybody is going in this direction, and then there's some Friday evenings where it's busy, but it's it's not inching along like this is. So getting ready to jump off of here. I want to thank you for taking the time out to listen to me ramble and rant. Well, I'm not really ranting this time. Ramble on about being overseas. And if any of you have been overseas, you live overseas, you're from another country, let me know. But I think that's one of the good things. Like now, I'm not really sure with being in the military, like, because we're in a we're in a war situation, and so, and have been for some time, and but being in the military before all of the war with Desert Storm and all these others, I'm not really, it was a good thing to be in the military, because you met some really good people, and you got a chance to go to some interesting places. I did Germany, Hawaii. Well, Hawaii's United States, but still, it's somewhere where a lot of people go and vacation, and we actually lived there for like 5-6 years, and so interesting. Well, might not have been, might have been 4 years. And my oldest son remembers living there, but my youngest one, he was really, really young. He doesn't remember too much about it. But anyway, thank you again for taking the time out to listen and watch. And don't forget to subscribe, like, share, and comment. And remember that the information that you disseminate may not be for everyone, but it's for someone. I want to wish you guys an awesome evening, afternoon, morning, whatever time it is where you're viewing.